The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Blackjack, a jackalope folk warlock.
I'm Kim Cross, and I play Beatrix, a Tabaxi rogue.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Twitch, a rat folk necromancer.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Zionci, a spiderkin cleric.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Billy, a Folsom fighter.
And I'm Connor Shenold, your DM. Join us now for Tales from the Wilds. After wandering through the labyrinth, you enter into a room in which Lewin and the figure in Lady J's memory stands. And as you are about to start Lewin's ritual, he produces a mirror for you to look at your appearance in this memory. In the reflection stands a woman with auburn hair, slightly bushy eyebrows, and the soft scent of cinnamon drifts through the air.
I have never felt so beautiful before.
I think at this point, it looks like with Jaska.
Yeah, smell the cinnamon?
Yes.
It's very obvious.
Twitch just sniffles and wipes away your...
Oh, Mr. Twitchy misses her.
I miss Jaska as well. This is kind of sad.
And awkward.
So we're supposed to stand at a certain point.
Yes, if you will stand in the center of this circle, Lady J here will stand in the one, she's already standing in it. She'll stand on that one, and I can begin the ritual.
Well, okay, well, let's move over there.
You all move as one into the center of the circle, and Lewin begins to take up a chant. The magical ruins around you glow, and you feel this heavy sense of magic flowing through the air, and it almost seems to rush up, and you get this tight sensation in your stomach, and Lewin's chanting comes to a close, and looking over, you see Lady J in the appearance that you know her as.
Do we still have the mirror?
Yes. Glancing at the mirror, you see that you have swapped appearances.
Oh, I'm so pretty again.
All right. Now what would you like us to do, Lewin?
Well, it looks like it was a success. Your voice is sounding much different than it did. Lady J, can you speak? And you look over to Lady J, and she clears her throat from it. Yes, this is very different than what I'm used to. I didn't realize this accent was so heavy. And Lady J turns to you as if she's looking at who originally is Jaska and says, "Thank you so much for doing this. I know it's a little unorthodox, but I think I'll be safe now, and I hope you can stay safe as well."
Anything we should know about this form? Any gastrointestinal issues? Are we lactose intolerant?
Any allergies?
You hear Lewin actually pipe up with this answer. Well, you shouldn't worry about any internal issues. It's the more outwardly appearance. Though I do need to stress with you, Jaska, with this, you understand the cost that you've taken, correct?
Yes, but why don't you remind me, just in case, just to make sure everything is perfectly clear.
Oh, yes. So as long as you maintain this human form, you will continue to look like Lady J. However, once you go into your coyote form, you will no longer have this human form.
So I can't return to this form if I ever actually shift.
Yes. Unfortunately, the magic for this takes away, and you...
Oh, Jaska could never be a people again. She can only be a coyote or a Hulk. That is the sacrifice that Jaska has made because she's a sweet, sweet baby.
Okay, on page.
This is the reason why, to protect herself, to get into hybrid or Hulk form, that would negate this
Ruse.
the ruse. Yeah. Oh,
Thank you very much for going through with this. Now, I believe we've filed your paperwork, Jaska, to take on the alias of Mallory Margot. That was Rook's idea, being a detective apprentice underneath him.
So Rook knows about this.
Oh, yes.
How much does Rook know?
Oh, I don't think there's much that cat doesn't know.
Let me ask you this. As I'm sure you're aware, I have some very close friends that love me dearly. And I just disappeared. I imagine that they're going to come looking for me. Let's say hypothetically that they should find me and start asking me questions and stuff. What should I do? What is your advice?
Jaska, honey, are you feeling okay? We talked about this when I met you first.
I've just had second thoughts, I've got a friend, his name is Billy, and he's very persistent and very handsome.
As I told you that night around the campfire while your friends were all asleep, yes, they will come looking for you, and we will do everything in our power to make sure that they get to where they need to be in the part that they have to play.
so this is Lewin. So Lewin was the one that met
Jaska.
Jaska, okay.
I feel a little bad lying to my friends, though.
But it's to keep you safe.
It is the least I could do. It's really important to me to help people.
And that is why Sios chose you to be the one to undertake this task.
So lead us to this Rook.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, follow me and
By
I
the
will
way,
show
where
you
are
way. The Temple of Sios, of course.
Oh,
So you follow after Lewin, and he opens up the temple doors for you, and as you step outside, you are back in the labyrinth.
Back in the labyrinth or back in the room?
Back in the labyrinth.
We've never been in this man's room. Well, I guess
okay.
unless the dirty room was his room.
okay. So is the labyrinth guiding us
Yes.
again? Okay. Well, we're being moved along. Let's keep going.
Why does Lewin have room in this mansion, but he lives here?
He doesn't live here. He lives at the
That's right. at the
But why
temple.
does he have
So
a
his room
room?
looks like the room that he has. That we decided the rooms change.
Yes,
to look
right.
like,
But that doesn't answer my question as to why he has a room here in the first place.
oh, this is just a guest room.
It's just a guest room.
But why the guest room takes on the thing of the person staying in it.
That's the magic.
That's
of
the magic.
That's the magic of the room.
Yes,
Like,
but Lewin would have to stay in this room in the manor in order for the manor to have his memories. Why is Lewin staying in the manor and not in his own house?
Same reason Rondura stayed.
right.
But
The same reason
I
we are not
assumed
staying.
that Rondura stayed because they had late night meetings and stuff.
Well, Lewin probably has a place to stay.
Come on, folks, let's
The
scamper.
labyrinth has been pushing you guys slowly, just kicking your butts.
Yeah, so you just got a wall behind you that's just slowly
Just
pushing you
slowly
guys
pushing
forward.
us.
Okay, we get it.
So
I mean, honestly, I appreciate the help, Labyrinth.
Did anybody catch the line when he said that Sios chose Jaska?
Yes.
I think you're the only one that thinks it's weird.
I don't think it's weird because Jaska's very sweet and it's wonderful, but I'm just wondering how involved Sios is. Why Jaska? We know she's fantastic, but is his hand on lots of things going on in here?
Zianzi, roll me an insight.
7.
You are trying to think so hard about this, but you're just not connecting those dots.
Are you trying to say that maybe Sios creates his own luck?
Well, of course he probably does that. But I'm wondering now if there's something that Sios definitely wants us to discover and has somehow chosen Jaska because he knew it would bring all of us in.
Oh.
Also, the fact that Jaska doesn't live here. Jaska lived in our old world. And so to get, Sios had to provide for someone who isn't in the Feywild, looks like, and also is kind enough to be willing to do this kind of a sacrifice. So he actually did he pull someone? Are we here because of Sios?
Did he put the mansion in the Ironwoods?
Oh my.
All four of Ziansi's eyes go boing.
It is an interesting question, and of course, if we ever do meet up with Theos, maybe we should ask him, but for right now, I think it's just we have to go with how fate or Theos or luck has decided us to go.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Ziansi. Look right here in my eyes.
Yeah.
It all works out better if you don't think so hard. Now let's go!
You all head through the labyrinth once again, and you hear the telltale signs of stone grinding against stone as once again the labyrinth guides you through. And you appear before that rundown door once again.
So we're now on the outside as in going toward the hallway. So we can just go through. We don't have to put the dice or anything. Okay, let's go into the door.
So you guys head into the door, heading back into Lewin's guest room, and head back into the hallway.
Okay, guys, we have one room left. If we want to investigate it, we have the master bedroom.
So yes, you have Orobos's wing that you can check out, or there was a few things downstairs that you could still take a
Let's
look
do
at.
Orobos's wing first right now.
Since
Then
we're
we're
right
going
here.
to go downstairs.
Yes.
That'll be our next stop.
You head out of the eastern wing and head across the upper stairs landing to the west. Entering into this area, you find a large seating area that eventually holds just one door, leading what you assume to be a bedroom. However, there is no metal basin here.
That would make sense. It's his house.
I don't know if I'm thrilled or disappointed.
And you see there is a regular doorknob.
Do you want to investigate that door?
Yes.
Roll it.
Nat 20
Nice.
Wow.
for a total of 28.
Okay.
It is definitely a door.
It is definitely a door, and there are no traps.
Then Billy?
Oh, yes, I love this part. And he gets on his tippy toes and pulls the door handle and opens the door.
So you open the door, and you find yourselves in a large, grand bedroom. There's a large bed towards the northern part of the room, and the southernmost corner features yet another grand bookshelf filled with all manners of books.
Obviously,
Romance.
Billy's not going to investigate the bookshelf, but I'm going to go jump on that bed.
I'll go to the bookshelf.
Okay, you see various book titles, such as Gone with the Air Genasi. You find Scandalous in Spring. You find a book titled Dusk, which is about a woman's passionate romance with a vampire. And you find another book called An Endless Passion, and another book called The Far Traveler's Wife. And you see that in this room there is a fireplace with a silver ornate bow on a weapons rack above it.
Is it the bow that Orobos used in the Colane memory?
No.
Okay.
So we don't recognize this bow at all.
Oh boy.
Do we see anything else of really interesting here?
There appears to be another door in this room, and this one does have the metal basin.
Let's go into this room before we touch that bow. I have a feeling that bow is going to be something, but I don't want to zap us until we... So why don't we roll these dice, Beatrix?
All right.
Nope.
4 and 2.
Okay.
But did she get to roll one of those?
Has
again?
it been an hour?
No. Beatrix, as you roll the dice, and they do not come up doubles, everybody give me a wisdom saving throw.
Regular dice.
Yeah.
Nope.
SQA Gaming.
Billy is a little dizzy from jumping on the bed.
Beatrix is still aggravated.
I got a nat 1 for
Ooh.
2.
Nice.
I got a 13.
13?
Rolled a 6.
13.
13?
Modified 25.
Wow.
Nice.
11.
11. So if you got a 17 or higher, you will take half. Those of you who failed will take 20 points of psychic damage.
Holy cannoli!
And the door in front of you does not open, unlike some of the others. Blackjack, through your connection, you hear a little tingling of an alarm from Spider-Vin.
All right. That one just set off an alarm. But all of us knew we were coming up
We've
here
got
to
a badge!
Yeah. All of us knew we were coming up to investigate.
Blackjack,
Yes.
you see through Spider-Vin's eyes that Orobos in the secluded off room straightens up a little, furrows his brows, and turns to Lady J and says, "I'm sorry, my dear. Give me one moment and I will be back."
I have message.
Okay?
Could I reach him with message? 120 feet.
So I'm gonna say no, unfortunately not.
It's a good idea.
But do you tell us he's coming?
Yes, he is coming.
Oh no! Billy tries to straighten up the sheet so it's not clear that he was jumping on the bed.
Well, we could certainly just try to touch the bow.
Blackjack, lift me up. I will inspect it with my eyes.
All right, I lift up Billy.
I know things about weapons.
It is a very fancy bow. However, it is a little bit more than just a decorative piece. It actually does seem as though even if it is silver, you can still use this as a weapon.
Is there any kind of distinguishing, like, runes or anything carved on it that might give away lineage?
You do see a lot of detailing of spring leaves, spring flowers, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. It seems to be springy, like Mr. Orabas. Do you want me to poke it?
I would say yes. Go ahead and touch it and see what happens.
He extends a single finger and pokes it.
As you poke the ornate bow, you feel a sharp tugging sensation before you find yourselves outside of the manor. It is a bright, sunny day, and you notice that the grounds of the manor look completely different from what you saw earlier this evening. Many trees and flowers are missing, and the great fountain has been replaced with an imposing statue of an Eladrin. The scent of smoke is in the air, and from the direction of Bleakburn City, you see billows of fire rising into the sky.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/RedDirtDnD. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at RedDirtDnD.com or RedDirtRPG.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
You all find yourself outside of the manor, though it looks a little bit different than what you remember. You see where the great fountain once was is now a statue of an imposing Eladrin. And The scent of smoke is heavy in the air, and coming from Bleakburn City, you see smoke rising into the sky.
I think we might be under the rule of Duke Ulysses here.
Yeah, I think this is that guy. I can understand why Orobos would get rid of this. It's kind of gauche.
Do we see anything else around us?
Roll me a perception check.
21.
20.
So, Blackjack and Beatrix, as you're looking around, your eyes come across a very familiar hollowed out tree trunk that will eventually be used as the main landing for what you know as Bleakburn Manor. And with that perception roll, you also hear the soft sounds of a child crying.
I'm hearing a child crying. Does anyone else hear that?
Where's
I hear that.
coming from?
And it seems to be coming from inside that hollowed out tree trunk.
Oh, it's in the trunk.
It's baby Orobos. Wait, I should maybe... You guys are a bit much, and you're all a bit big and scary. I am small and not scary. I think maybe Beatrix and I should approach, because Beatrix is very soft and kind.
Okay, you, Beatrix, Billy, go to the trunk.
Okay, let's go to the trunk.
Beatrix and Billy, you break off from the rest of your group to investigate the sounds of this crime. And taking a moment to peer inside, you see a young child crying and clutching a silvered bow to his chest.
So Beatrix pokes not all of her head into, but just a little bit into the hole. Oh, hello, you sweet little wee one.
Hello.
Oh.
Who are you?
Well, my name is Beatrix. Bless your heart. You're terribly frightened, aren't you?
I'm more sad than frightened, but yeah.
Give me a boost.
So I'll reach down and grab Billy.
Hello, I'm Billy.
Hi, Billy.
That is a mighty fine bow you have there. Are you an archer?
I guess, yeah.
I also have a very pretty bow. And he takes Jaska's bow off and says, do you want to talk bows?
Not really. I was trying to hide away from my father.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Orobos.
Can we hide with you? We also like hiding.
Yeah.
Can our friends come? I promise they're nice.
If we got enough space for them.
Oh, we do.
Listen, Mr. Twitch is very small. And Billy will turn around and wave everybody over. This is Mr. Blackjack, this is Mr. Twitch, and this is Mr. Ziansi.
Hello.
Sweetheart, I know you said that you are sad, and I am sorry that you are so sad. I'm worried. Are you hurt in any way?
No, father made me do something terrible.
Oh.
What did he make you do?
I'm sure you saw.
Are you talking about Bleakburn?
Yeah.
You did that?
He made me.
How did you do that?
He made me stand on the ledge and lit an arrow and made me fire it.
Okay, not your fault, baby. This is not your fault. So Beatrix is just going to we're in a tight space here, but Beatrix is just going to kind of come around and get a good hug going.
And he just collapses against you and sobs into your arms.
Yeah, so there's a lot of petting going on here, just soothing, calming. This is not your fault, darling.
Well, let me tell you something about me. Hello, I am Billy. I'm only 3. How old are you?
I know it's different in Eladrin years. I'm 20, which I think human equivalence is 10.
So in Possum, you're like 1.
Yeah?
So listen, I am only 3, but I am a soldier, okay? I know I don't look very intimidating, but I am. Sometimes you are put in a situation where your superiors, the people who have powers over you, they give you an order and you have to do the order, because if you don't do the order, then maybe something bad happens to you or to people you care about. But that doesn't make it your fault. It makes it their fault because they gave the order. Does that make sense?
I think.
So I'm just saying, even though bad things happen, you can still grow up to be a good person, and I think that you will. And he winks.
Thank you.
Do you want a pixie puff?
What's that?
oh, you're gonna love these! And Billy roots around in the bag and gives him a pixie puff.
He hesitantly takes it, kind of looks it over, and then takes a small bite of it before the flavors burst on his mouth, and he devours it very quickly.
There's a kobold chef. His name is Whittaker. He's very good. If you ever meet a kobold named Whittaker, he makes these pixie puffs, so...
Well, Orobos, this is, you said your name was, right?
Yeah.
All right, Orobos, maybe we should move out of your hiding spot and get you back to your home.
Are you ready to go home?
I got to stop crying first. Father doesn't like it when I cry.
If we get out of this little enclosure and just get some air and take a little walk, then you'll settle down.
Okay.
I've got a question, though.
Yeah?
Where is your mother?
I'm not supposed to talk about her.
Who is telling you to keep this secret about your mother? Is it your dad? Because your dad's not a good person, as previously established.
He's not a good person?
He made you feel like this. Do you think the good people make little children feel bad?
I guess not.
I'm just saying, when I was very young, younger than you even, I lost my mom and I wanted to see her, but I could not. So I'm just saying, maybe seeing your mom right now make you feel better. So where's your mom?
She died.
Oh, well.
To sum up, this was not your fault. There was an adult who made you do something. You did not have any choice in the matter. So we need to try to get you to a safe place.
Right. Well, also, what happened to your mom?
I was really young. I don't really remember. I just know from
Do you remember
father that she died.
Do you remember feeling scared or like really sad? Because sometimes if you don't remember what happened, you can still remember feelings.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You know what she might have looked like?
My father says I look a lot like her, but he says it in like it's a bad thing.
I understand. But let's go have a walk, and you can have some more pixie puffs, and we'll feel better, right? And we're not gonna look over the edge. We're gonna look this way, away from the town.
Okay.
While they're walking away, I'm going to look over the edge and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Yeah.
So being this high up and with all the smoke in the air, it does make it a little hard to exactly see what state the city is in, but roll me a history check.
5. Don't think I have history note, but I rolled a natural 17.
Nice, okay. So, Zianzi, you come over to stand near Blackjack, trying to recall any history that you might know of Bleakburn. And you do recall that the reason it is called Bleakburn is because the original Duke, Ulysses Bleakburn, would control his people through fear and every now and then just destroy the city to kind of keep people in line.
Oh, I wonder if this is one of those moments in when Duke Bleakburn would just wipe out one section of the city.
I think we are in one of those moments where he tries to show his power and to prove how strong he is by destroying his own people.
Oh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything we can do. This is just a normal part of occurrence. Until Ulysses is somehow overthrown, this is going to be a common occurrence.
Twitch, any thoughts on little Orobos there? Or even the general?
I'm just curious with this whole mother situation.
Yeah.
He is staying tight-lipped about it. He said that he's not supposed to talk about her. He must know something to talk about. Did anybody bother to ask him why his father said, go fire this arrow?
Oh.
No, I assumed it's because he wants him to be just like him.
I cast message while they're walking away. I say, Beatrix, don't freak out. It's Blackjack. Ask young Orobos if he knows why his father asked him to shoot a bow into the city.
So, we're just out walking, right? We've got okay. Orobos, sweetheart, so before your dad asked you to perform this task for him, did he tell you why he wanted you to do it? Or was there anything going on that you noticed that led up to this?
You notice, since they are 3 pixie puffs deep, Orobos has calmed down from crying and he looks up at you and, he wants me to be more like him. He says I'm weak and I need to step up and be a true Bleakburn like him. He said I'm soft.
I see. You sound strong to me.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's hard to step away from the adults in your life and be able to see the things that are truly bothering them and causing them to act in ways that they shouldn't. So just kind of file that away.
Oh, okay. These pixie puffs are good.
Yeah.
Whitaker does a good job.
Yeah.
File away the name Whitaker, too.
All right, guys. I guess there's nothing we can do down here. We might as well get back to Orobos and Billy and Beatrix.
So as you head back over to Beatrix and Billy, Orobos stands up from where he'd been crouched next to Billy, eating the pixie puffs, and he wipes off his trousers and gives you all a huge childish grin and thank you so much. I feel a lot better now. I hope to see you all again. And he takes off running towards the manor, and the world around you dissolves, and you find yourself once again inside Orobos's grand bedroom.
And Beatrix goes to find a tissue box.
Okay, so here's what I think is going on. Remember how I said I was concerned because there had to be a woman involved for the people of Bleakburn to believe that Orobos was Ulysses' son. Well, there was a woman involved, obviously, and I think that Orobos is her biological son. I think she birthed him because he says that, oh, you look like your mom, I hate that about you, right? Okay, so she birthed him, but it wasn't Ulysses' son. I think something happened. I don't know what happened, but something happened. And it's not Ulysses' son, and this is more reasons about why he doesn't like her. And so then, but he was like, I'll just adopt it, say that it's mine. And then she, quote unquote, died. Right? Definitely Ulysses' fault. And so this is why he is adopted. But we just couldn't figure out why Ulysses, horrible man that he is, would have adopted Orobos. And we didn't know why the people of Bleakburn would have believed that Orobos was Ulysses' true biological son.
And I have a question for the DM. When we found the book Fiends and Fables,
Yes.
Asmodeus and his right hand were going on a quest to find a lord to do what?
To seduce.
To seduce. And I think that that's a Cupid and Psyche situation. That Lady J, before she was Lady J, was asked to seduce this person and then felt bad about it, maybe fell in love with him because it was Orobos, and then was like, I can't do this anymore, and like left.
So we're back in the room.
Orobos is coming.
There was a woman involved.
We know that she is a Spring Eladrin because Orobos looks just like her. Or at least we know she
But we don't
appeared.
know who the actual father is.
I think that she maybe was destitute in some way or form,
Right.
and he said, hey, I can manipulate you. You have nothing to live for. Be my wife. We don't know the circumstances.
Right.
We know-
We believe it was probably just so he could continue his line.
Exactly. Which brings up some questions about compensating, right? He's a very angry, very evil man. Did that have something to do with his impotence?
I just assumed
That's
why I
just
double checked
theory.
on adopting, because I was thinking that it was an affair and you look
Yeah,
like your
so-
mom, but he still needs an offspring. But
Right, so we
adopted
don't-
was very much a thing, so it's not that.
We don't know that it's not that. We don't know that he married Orobos's mom. She had an affair and got pregnant, tried to maybe pass it off as his, and then he got mad when he figured it out, maybe right after Orobos is born.
But he would lie to everyone and just say it was mine. He wouldn't adopt. He would just say it's mine.
no, I
But
think
it's a secret. The adoption is a secret. Nobody
the
knows
adoption
about
is a
it.
secret. As far as everyone is concerned, Ulysses
Is
has
Orobos.
a child. Is his son is Orobos. But I believe the adoption is designed to be
Legal.
official.
But little Orobos looks enough like mom that it still reminds him of the time
And this
she
is why he's
cheated,
full of rage.
and he's
Right.
so angry.
All right, so we have Duke Orobos coming. Should we just wait outside the door?
I think
Yeah, we
should-
were never in here. We should leave.
No, he knows we were
No,
in
he
here.
knows we were in here. There's
Everybody
no-
just sit
Well, I
nonchalantly
don't
in
want
a
to be
chair.
inside the room, though. I want
right,
to
right.
meet him outside the room.
Yeah.
That way he
I
doesn't have to
agree.
come in and see us.
That's right.
We're out there. When he walks down the hall, we're there.
Yeah.
Fine.
You all head outside of Duke Orobos's room and wait outside in the seating area for him. A few moments later, you hear the creaking of the stairs as he makes his way over to you. Heads into the seating room area and sees you all. So, you've gotten through all of the guest rooms, I assume?
We had, actually, and found out some very interesting things, possible answers to our questions that we had about who might have killed Daisy.
Very good, very good. And
We have also established new questions about how time travel works, but that's not relevant.
yes, this manor has sometimes a mind of its own.
How is that possible? Is it through Theos?
Yes.
Much like the labyrinth that seemed to be guiding us in certain areas, is it like Theos actually guides us to what it is we need to know?
I would assume so. He does seem to be having a large hand in this pie, it would seem.
I'm guessing these would be better questions for Lewin, since he is Theos' priest.
Yes, Lewin would be the better one to discuss this with.
So, you gonna let us in that secret room?
I'm unsure about what secrets I have that would be of any benefit. My secrets do not pertain to the murder of Daisy.
There are a lot of questions that we have. Of course, you're absolutely right. They might be your secrets to keep. But we do think that because your secrets are wanted by the people who are hunting you, and possibly the person who killed Daisy, your secrets could be very important.
Because without revealing too much, I can tell you right now that Daisy's murderer was in cahoots with your blackmailer.
Interesting. And who was my blackmailer?
I don't know if we're ready to. We need to gather more evidence before we start pointing fingers, you know. We gotta have a very dramatic reveal of the plot in front of everybody. So.
The question is, could we get into that room? One thing I can tell you is that anything that is revealed will be kept here between us. We have no interest in your secrets. We will probably be leaving Bleakburn as soon as we're done here. So all of your secrets we'll take with us. We're not going to share them with anybody.
You don't have to worry about that, sweetheart.
He takes a moment to think it over before he slowly nods. Very well. I will let you in to my private study if you will follow me. And he leads you back in through his bedroom and heads over to the metal basin, digs into his pocket to pull out these black dye with white pips and tosses them. They roll around in the basin before turning up on all threes. And the door opens.
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Wilds is Connor Shenold as Jaska and our Dungeon Master, Johnny Payne as Twitch, Kiri Hester as Billy, Kim Cross as Beatrix, Brooke Bullock as Zionsi, and I'm Michael Cross as Blackjack. The showrunner for Campaign 2 is Aidan Cross. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician PJ Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Monument Studios, Sirenscape, Describe.com, and TabletopAudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by SD Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you enjoy the new campaign of Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we travel farther into the wilds.
Oh, this is very different than what I'm used to. I didn't realize this accent was so heavy.
Like your accents before
We're
wasn't
hearing Jaska now.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Around the table, like we're all just like,
Oh,
we miss her.
I know.
We miss
Yeah.
But now we sound like Mallory Margot.
Yes.
So if I was to talk like this, this is about what they would say.
No.
It
Mallory's,
appears to be exactly like to me. It sounds the
Mallory's French accent is much less good.
I
Much
have no
less
idea what you're talking about.
consistent.
Come on, we are the French people. That's why we talk with this outrageous accent.
Are there,
one.
To protect herself, to get into hybrid or Hulk form, that would negate this
ruse.
the ruse. Yeah. Oh, see, Jessica's just awesome.
She's not even here and she's doing amazing stuff.
Say, I have to imagine that while we are talking to each other, it's all internal dialogue.
Yeah, I'm hoping that either that or she's doing a humorous interp. Or she's just looking back and forth.
Please be the humorous intern.
And that is why Ceos chose you.
Well, it's a lucky thing he chose me and not my friend Twitch. I don't know if he would make the same sacrifice.
But then again, maybe he would.
Maybe he would.
I know Blackjack wouldn't.
And Beatrix is never sure if she's going to be around long enough to finish anything. So.
But Lewin would have to stay in this room in the manor in order for the manor to have his memories. Why is Lewin staying in the manor and not in his own house?
No, he's just a guest room.
There were some pipes
doesn't-
that
he doesn't
broke.
live
He
here.
came over to stay.
It's just like Lady J's room, or
Thank you.
No, I get that. I get that.
Party
Maybe
too
it's
hard. He's got a place to
it's a
drop.
Sir Thomas More situation. You got to keep your holy man nearby so that you can talk to him about.
And if you're a priest of the god of luck, you're gonna have a good time. That rings differently than how I meant it in my
Yes, it
head.
does.
But
You're gonna get lucky at the
yeah,
party.
right, exactly.
Wow,
Thank
bro.
you. That's not
I'm
what
thinking every joke is gonna land, that kind of thing, or
That's
something.
not what I
thinking.
meant, but that's exactly how it came out.
Did he put the mansion in the Ironwoods?
Oh my.
All four of Zionce's eyes go boing.
and we're still being pushed by this wall. No, I want to stop and think about this for a moment.
The wall stops pushing you.
Okay, thank
The
you.
wall still goes,
Wait a minute.
Wait. Now the showrunner's thinking.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now, Zionce. Look right here in my eyes. Yeah. It all works out better if you don't think so hard. Now, let's go.
ignorance is bliss.
So you all...
Is
Leave
that what
all
we're calling
the-
Billy now?
Leave all the thinking to Mr. Twitch. Assume he will figure it out and just fight stuff.
Well, thanks for believing in me, Bliss. Twitch is going to point back and forth between Zionce and Billy and say, at least I don't eat bugs.
Listen.
Okay, true.
You leave Beyonce alone.
Beyonce.
It's Billy and Beyonce.
Beyonce is Beyonce.
It's like Billy
Now I
and
know why
Twitch
that team up never happened in the day.
And Billy Jack. And Billitwix.
Okay, Jelly.
And Blumpkin if we ever find Pumpkin again.
I love...
Why are we this?
This is only the first episode.
I know.
We usually save this for the
It's
fourth.
not after an event. There's not like we're all just like.
Okay, I'm sorry. We go back
It was
to
a
this
time
room.
change.
There's something much more fun than Twilly.
Not for this family-friendly podcast,
Can't
Mr.
keep our
Twitch.
PG-13 rating.
And this one does have the metal basin.
His private areas.
The four, okay,
Private room.
It's his water closet.
it's your private dancer.
Answer for money?
Yes.
20 points of psychic damage.
Holy cannoli.
Ooh, that's nothing I can dodge, is it?
You can't dodge it when it's in your head.
Really? I don't know. Practice,
Dodge those intrusive thoughts.
right?
Yeah, I think that's called repression.
And
It works.
I can understand why Orboss would get rid of this. It's kind of gauche. I may not be able to read. I may not be able to read, Mr. Twitch, but we've talked extensively about how I appreciate art.
Okay, let's go to the trunk.
You're just very kind.
I am.
I'm just saying, and I haven't gotten a Billitwix moment.
Oh, I'm all for the two of us going to the trunk.
Okay, they're a little much. Let's leave them behind. Billy will turn around and like wave everybody over.
Okay, because the three of us were over there recording plausible deniability.
We get it. Andrew wins trivia. Let's go.
No, Michael, you're wrong.
Damn it, Johnny.
Michael. Tune in next week.
My
These are
goodness.
my. If you ever meet a kobold named Whitaker, I think he makes these pixie puffs. So
I'm sure in 300 years I'll remember this still.
this seems like a very important time in a young Eladrin's life.
Whitaker's not even born yet.
Whitaker's parents are not even born yet.
None of us have been born yet.
If we get out, then you'll settle down.
Okay. Is the city okay?
No, it's burning.
People are suffering.
Are you supposed to have high charisma?
Years of memories being destroyed.
People are dying. Babies crying in their...
Mr.
Okay.
Blackjack.
Beatrix picks up
Twitch
Blackjack
is
and puts
excited
him
about it.
outside
Wait
the
a
tree.
minute. I've got a question.
I don't know more than dark and edgy.
Where is your mother?
I'm not supposed to talk about her.
Well, you
Who
weren't
told
supposed
you
to
that?
light things on fire either, right?
Beyonce! We shouldn't have invited them over. I'm so sorry, Mr. Orobos. I told you my friends were nice, and apparently I was wrong. Is it your dad? Because your dad's not a good person, as previously established.
He should totally have an accident later.
Deontay!
I'll be quiet.
No, you won't.
And so, this is why he is adopted. That's Kiri's theory.
The Kiri theory.
Kiri theory.